really know who Nas is. If he, so
No, but he knows.
my son can't touch one Nas record. You heard? Like, let's keep it a buck.
He reached out to Nas to actually,
Whoa.
I'm doing my chicken head right now because I really want him to get on this record.
I care about right now. I've been getting busy. I'm outside. I've been leading an example in a great way. You heard? I break that nigga 30.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 oh no, oh no.
If it was like Jim Jones, imagine putting a pen to paper to write about him. He was so nice. He was so nice about him. How did you?
When the news hit that Nas straight up mocked Jim Jones, hold up, listen to this. Right as rumors were flying about a flashy $100 million Roc Nation deal getting quietly scrapped, the timing felt way too loud to be accidental.
Get into that where we get into the numbers, and I got to show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the Billboard entries, pull up Nas Billboard entries, then pull up my Billboard entries.
Hip-hop immediately flipped into full debate mode. Every timeline lit up at once. This wasn't some random throwaway jab. Nah, it hit different. It felt like the past, spinning the block with receipts in hand, where egos, pride, and unfinished business all crashed together at the same time.
For Nas, probably never been done for him in his life. He's never been that viral at all, ever. Ever. He's never been talked about like this ever in his life.
Has Nas reached out to you?
You did. The last time he was in some like this where people were comparing when him and Jay was...
For years, Nas and Jim Jones have been speaking around each other, not to each other, lacing interviews, podcasts, and slick subliminal bars with tension. Listen closely. It was always indirect, always coded, like both sides knew exactly what they were doing. But this moment, girl, it hit different because now the conversation came attached to numbers, status, and real credibility on the line.
Like, I'm where I'm at. I'm at the apex of what I do, you heard? So I'm talking about currently, you heard? Currently, nobody from my era really want to get busy or go and get into the booth with me right now, currently. This is a fact, Jack. You heard? If not, they would have stood up a long time ago and hollered at me.
Jim Jones has spent the past few years loudly selling this narrative of growth, influence, and boss-level business power. Hold up, that's his whole pitch. He's often framed himself as a mogul-tier figure, like he finally caught up to the legends he used to chase from a distance. But Nas wasn't buying any of that, and he made it painfully clear the moment the Roc Nation deal talk surfaced, then quietly disappeared.
Right now, anyone
the real person.
Right now. And it ain't a money thing, but this is here, you heard? If you want to get busy, is the money on the line. Any one of y'all from my era, I care about right now.
Nas allegedly saw it as the perfect window to laugh off what he views as overhyped self-marketing. Listen to this, the timing was cold. Basically, the message was clear. Legacy isn't something you can buy, lease, or talk into existence, no matter how loud you say it. And once fans jumped in comparing catalogs, accolades, and chart history, hold up, the tension only got louder.
I saw a clip on Instagram where a young kid was comparing you to Nas and saying that you got
Yeah, that's my young boy.
big hits.
He's wild.
Yo, he looked to you. He learned how to wear the BB Simon belt from you. He got his swag. Like, how crazy is that? Because in my era, you know what I'm saying? Nas is like a god.
In my era too. I mean,
so
well,
to be compared,
yeah, let me
that young kid out.
he was young and we loved that he loved Jim Jones. I want you to break it down.
Let's not get into that where we get into numbers, and I got to show you the statistics of what I've done. You heard to what other people was done. You heard them. You want to go to the Billboard entries, pull up Nas Billboard entries, then pull up my Billboard entries.
Listen, we can't compare the two. What I'm trying to tell you is
I want to go there.
Hold on.
I want to go down the line now, because now we going down the line. He's a rapper and I'm a rapper.
Listen,
let's go statistically.
It feels great.
No, but I want to go statistically, because when people be like,
I feel the same way. We all feel the same way.
And forget about the numbers. There's nothing that. There's never is me. Putting me up against anybody, I'm taking me every time. Every time.
Supposed to. Okay,
every
but
time.
let me say something though, Jim.
In every category,
Jim,
I get busy.
People started pulling up Billboard stats like they were courtroom exhibits. You couldn't make this up. Nas supporters leaned on classic albums, cultural impact, and decades of earned respect, while Jim Jones fans fired back with hustle, reinvention, and street influence, turning timelines into full-on war zones.
Question, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
You smoke, right?
Yeah.
Were you smoking when you said you better than Nas?
I might have been a little bit. Well, as far as let's get this right. I'm way more influential than Nas, and I don't care what nobody say. I know I made a little boo-boo when we talk about the sales and all this type of shit. I don't feel like getting into that rhetoric about where I started and where he drew them. But listen, Nas was nice when I was in high school. When I was in 10th grade, Nas came out. Mm-hmm. Nas was dope. We appreciated him. He had a little bit of run. But Nas always came up in the J and DMX and all these other people. Like, they never had that type of influence on us, except for his first album. I already told you, I used to want to dress like Nas because he had a lot of fresh clothes that the hustlers used to wear. So we used to see him on TV. He had one of the illest albums of all time. And then in high school when he had the barbecue show like that. So I'm a real fan of Nas, but he kind of lost me after the movie Belly and shit like that. Like, I don't want that. I'm trying to tell you, I'm being honest. You want to get I'm being a fan. I'm telling you, the movie Belly was fire, but after that, he kind of lost me. I think we was way too much into.
What really cut deep was the timing, because Jim had just been running podcast circuits, talking heavy about deals, ownership, and finally getting his flowers. Then boom, Nas steps in to remind everyone that real legends don't have to announce power moves. They let history do the talking.
Oh, you ever heard of a Kofi list?
Yeah.
Yo, go back into your history and find out what happened between us and him. You dig? And I'm not trying to repeat history, but don't play with us when it comes to that, bro. We already went wild on them boys. You heard? We the ones that went wild on them boys. Yeah.
This wasn't loud or reckless either. Hold up, that's what made it sting more. It was that smooth, razor-sharp type of clowning that cuts deeper because it feels effortless, like he didn't even break a sweat. People close to the situation say Nas views this as yet another case of rappers mistaking motion for legacy, and he's never been shy about drawing a hard line between chart moments and real cultural weight.
I'm gonna put it like this, hey, bro, you've been in this thing, but lyrically, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Y'all ain't people.
Yeah.
You can be in the church house. You can't never live. Yeah, I don't know who told you that. Now look, you all know you want to little stuff that you're not saying.
Jim Jones, on the other hand, looks visibly irritated that his evolution keeps getting brushed off. Listen, that part matters, especially when he feels that respect was earned through consistency, reinvention, and pure survival in an industry that chews people up and spits them out. To him, this isn't hype. It's hard-earned mileage being ignored.
The 40 and 50-year-olds in their panties because I said I'm better than that. We're all in the then and now.
Nobody from the diplomats but you. I got
to speak up for itself and meet me in a booth or something if we want to do something historical.
Nas say he don't do that no more. Nas say he don't do that.
Because he got $100 million. He's a very wealthy man. You heard he's a very small businessman.
I got a business switch. Hold on. Jada,
I'm rapping at a high level. You better check my stats, bro. I will run circles around Nas rapping right. I will run circles around Nas rapping right. What now? I'm batting around Nas right now rapping.
That's exactly why this feud still matters. Hold up, because it was never just personal. This really represents two completely different philosophies of what success in hip-hop actually means. And that clash, that's what keeps this whole thing feeling unresolved and heavy.
Let's get this right. I'm not mad is about the sportsmanship of the game.
Right.
I'm a very aggressive person, and I seem to get misconstrued when I'm talking my shit. I'm just talking my point, you heard? Let me talk my shit because I am on the field. If anybody had a problem with that, they can meet me on the field. That is the boot. Anybody from that era. I can sing more Nas records than you right now. So you are capping. You are capping. That's what you do.
First of all, I'm 57 and I don't be singing no rap. I ain't singing no rap.
You see what I'm saying, Ocho? He don't even know about rap. He just doing this for the views to get Jim Jones on there to get him hot. I understand.
One side rides on the idea that numbers, big deals, and constant visibility equal greatness. Meanwhile, the other side believes timeless music and real influence always speak louder than any headline. Girl, that's the heart of the divide.
You know, we have to check the podcast face. Hey, this is the biggest podcast you ever been on. Hey, this is the biggest podcast you ever been. You know, this is not the way. Hold on. Hold on. This is what I do. See you in, you feel it, be in your feeling. See you feel it, this is what I do. This is two pies. And setting you in the back, but you can work with it. Just to remove, you know, I love it here. You got time at me, bro. You got time. You're dealing with the wrong one, bro. Right here, bro. I really. Hey, that's you. We hear him. You cannot talk to him. He might get out rap me. Don't let him talk me.
Don't nobody want to go to Club Shay Shay. Nobody want to buy no VIP tickets to that shit. Nobody rushing to go to that shit. When that thing South Shay Shay. Hey, you gotta get talking.
Nas clowning Jim? Girl, that wasn't random. It was a reminder that in hip-hop, your past never disappears, and every move gets weighed against history. Fans are glued to timelines now, waiting to see if Jim responds with bars, words, or receipts, because staying silent, that only makes the jokes hit harder. Imagine sitting down to write about him. Give us something solid, something real. How did it even pull that off? You won't believe it, but even hearing the idea of a Jim Jones diss drop has people on edge. I respect his grind, no doubt. I respect this hustle. The canceled Roc Nation deal rumor, that became symbolic, not for the cash, but because it showed just how much validation still matters in a culture built on pride. Sources say Jim reached out to Nas, pulled in mutual friends, and sent the record over. The response wasn't direct, but through friends, he got word Nas liked it and wants to holler back. One thing's clear, this exchange reopened old wounds, reignited debates, and proved again that in rap, respect is the only currency that never loses value. Even Jim admits, before Dipset, Nas was one of his all-time favorites, from high school days, walking hallways, and dreaming of records together. Linking up with Nas, that's straight-up bucket list material for him.